Hello everybody, welcome to my second attempt at a granary map review. I did already record one and I didn't really like how it turned out, so I'm redoing it. Granary is an awesome map. I love Granary, it's one of my favorites. Honest to God, it's a great map. People don't like it because it's like too choky, and in my opinion all I hear is it requires too much teamwork, and also I as a scout cannot just run through the doorway and kill everything. That's not just a shot at scout players, it's also a shot at soldier players who complain that it's too choky and they can't high bomb through everything. This map requires you to use your teammates to do things for you, which is a street that goes both ways. You need to help your teammates and your teammates need to help you. So yeah. We're going to start with the things that maybe require the least amount of teamwork, which is midfights, all things considered. Pretty easy to do a successful granary mid. There's lots of different ways that you can generate kills, but I'll start with the fact that, like you roll your demo man out to the balcony, and you just sticky off their balcony. You can either trade damage with the demo, or you can just straight up sticky the doorway, and it's going to prevent them from being able to easily come out of the thingy. Like if their med's just sitting here and can't beam anyone, that's pretty shit for him. Not very fun. You can set your medic on the catwalk. You can bring your medic up across and shove forward this way, and maybe try and end on their side. You know what I mean? When you get bombed, if you just stand on the crate, you're probably gonna eat a lot of damage. You can like bait falling off, or do like some kind of strafe and fucking stay on the thing. You can bait jumping onto the crate and then stay on the catwalk. Like there's lots of ways as a medic, because this mid is really fucked for medics. You're probably gonna end up dying a lot. If you're a medic and you can use your mechanics to eke out a little bit more life, to be able to hit a bow on someone, or maybe even just outright live, maybe if you're super talented, it's going to help you a lot. But a lot of the time, like, you're going to get knocked off high ground, you're going to get bombed. In this low ground, you're going to get juggled and die. It's quite common. But yeah. Anyways, as a demo man, yeah, shoot your stickies at like their demo, then, or you could just straight up walk them out. If their beam always likes to go out catwalk. Teams will bring their beam choke because it prevents them from getting locked out. And what they can do is they can just shove left on you. You can get a soldier and a scout into the garage, kill a guy who's maybe baiting in here if it's just like a soldier who just wants to sit here and wait to bomb out late. You can do that. Sort of high bombs, you can go off the silos, which in one of the versions, RC17, like these versions, these are both silos, not silos, these are both like garages, little sheds, instead of both being silos, which alters, like you can't bomb off of this one basically, because the house is only this wide, so you can't like bomb out of garage as easily, but you can bomb off of choke basically just as easily. You can like roll out your beam catwalk, double bomb both soldiers onto them. If you're like a flank scout, both scouts in my opinion should be running winger, but like if you're a flank scout and they're up on the top of the crates, you can like just double jump up here with winger, and then you're on them as your soldiers are high bombing. Pretty dope stuff. Just keep in mind, because the fact that it's really hard for medics to live on this mid, it's worthwhile to kill the things that are getting on your medic and then like play numbers advantage afterwards. So maybe if your medic's always dying and like they're baiting you super hard and just cleaning up your soldiers, and you're like struggling because you feel like you don't have follow-up, or you're just getting owned, you can high bomb, fade, kill whatever's getting on your medic, and then maybe you have like a 5v4 or something, and you can play that 5v4 and win, something like that, and end up killing their medic later in the fight, as it's like more scrappy as opposed to trying to like force your way to kill the medic maybe just because he took a sticky damage early or whatever. Yeah. Anyways, winger really awesome if like your scouts get knocked to the ground, like you can just climb right back up and then be on the lookout for soldiers, as opposed to being just on like a pistol. Can't double jump up this. Have to be on a winger. You know, much easier to deny soldiers like this as opposed to being on the ground. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, something like if you're shoving a guy into here, you can like get 2 people into here, kill a guy maybe, and then your scout can just come back, play the height with the winger, beast mode. Then you have a soldier who can bomb out of their garage maybe, you know what I mean? Quite a powerful position, and this guy can also threaten to go behind. Demo men, if your beam's going choke, you can roll out catwalk, shoot their stickies, drop down, get this pack, meet your team, and like hard shove left or something like that. You could also, like if you don't want to like mirror them like left and right, like they're going through here, you can shove them like across the point and try and take point aggression if you'd like, if that suits your fancy, and as the rest of you guys like get in, right? So that way like your people who are on point rushing across point can actually follow up on this sort of stuff, as opposed to, oh, my soldiers are bombing and you know our team is coming this way, you know what I mean? Also different aggressive things that you can do. That's probably like the easiest thing, is just full send an aggressive mid. Doesn't require that much thought, doesn't require that much reflex. It's just 3, 2, 1, go, and then you go, you know what I mean? But if you want to play more tactically, you can play around with timings of your soldier high bombing out of here, your scout double jumping up this crate with this bomb, or your scout is doing some kind of zigzag. If they're like only playing the height, your scout can probably get away with doing this, maybe shooting the demo. Lots of cool things you can do on this mid, honestly. Just be creative. I don't know. Now the hard part. Things that people struggle with on Granary is breaking yard and breaking second and breaking last. So breaking yard, biggest thing about breaking yard is everyone knows, I'll switch to soldier. Everyone knows that you can just like do this pogo. This pogo's pretty good. Gets you pretty good distance, low and fast. If the medic's hiding right here, you can juggle him up against the crate. If the medic's forward, like healing his team, you're just going to be able to pogo right over him and shoot rockets directly down onto him. And maybe a scout who sees the opportunity, if you can't get it, can just run through and help hit like a 30, 50 damage, couple scattergun shots, could drop him perhaps, you know what I mean? Maybe your other soldier who's choked can just like bomb through and help you clean up, whatever. That's reliant on the medic playing in poor positions, or their teammates not holding doorways properly, not spotting you properly, or people missing their shots on you. Medics, as soon as they see like people playing cafe or like garage, if they know that you're going to do that bomb, medics will just sit back here, right? And your bomb's going to land right here, and the medic will just see you coming and just kite back into garage or kite back into this corner where you can't possibly shoot them for effective damage in order to force them, and then you're right in front of the entire team and you kill them. That's like, it'll work. It'll work. If you're like an intermediate player watching this and you bomb through, if you do this, you will probably force the medic like half the time, which is really good, all things considered. You can't let that be your game plan if you're a better team, if you're a main team, if you're an advanced team, if you're an invite team, especially a low invite team who maybe hasn't played this map a whole lot. You're gonna have to get more creative. And a lot of the time, it'll just revolve around killing something that's close. Like sometimes you'll see a soldier holding on this thing, and what you can do is you can just like get your demo man, if he peeks this garage door, get your demo man to shoot him, soldier jump around this corner, shoot him. He's weak, needs to get bowed, but like your scout can peek this corner also with the right timing, kill him, and then boom, you have a soldier kill. Right? An explosive kill on Granary blows the map wide open. And so if you're the defending team, you want to not give that up. You don't want to give up your life. If you're the attacking team, you want to sort of be able to create it. Sometimes maybe the demo is a late spawner, but you guys have mid. There's no stickies on garage. You can just get through into yard, right? and or like left yard. And sometimes there'll be like a soldier here playing here, and it'll just be a soldier, and maybe he's unbuffed. Boom. You can pogo through with like a 2v1, kill him, boom. You can get people behind. Second caps really fast, forces people to turn around. You don't have to commit to playing second. You can easily, just as soon as they open the shutter door, if you're a scout, back out through Z, meet your team like left yard or something like that. If people are turning around for you, like it allows people to bust through doorways, get kills, blah 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 blah. If you have one kill on an explosive, let's say, like you don't want to just sack because you can turn the kill into a force without losing one. But by all means, I mean, if you're like a main team or like an advanced team, like you could definitely just like have a kill on a soldier, pressure a little bit, and still send a sack. It's like not the end of the world. But if you're like an advanced team or an invite team, you want to be able to turn that soldier kill that you just got into more without committing a life for it, because it's just not necessary. Yeah. And let's say you trade 1 for 1. Let's say you bust through left, you're a soldier, big rocket on him, but like you trade. Like he dies, you die. Like that's a soldier kill. It's 5v5, so it's even numbers, even Ubers still. They're down an explosive. Now they have like one soldier maybe who has to balance choke and garage, and only like the demo who can like sticky garage, let's say. Like again, as far as I'm concerned, the map has been exploded wide open by the fact they don't have a soldier. Okay, you kill their soldier in left yard, but like you don't feel like there's much. You only traded for him. Maybe your scout took a bunch of damage. You guys can regroup. Maybe go choke, right? The demo has stickies all over big door, or garage, sorry. Big door, holy shit. I mean, I guess it is a big door. If you have the fucking resources, you can rotate off, get your demo, bully this guy off of the thingy, get your pocket. You can like jump through, your team can pressure, and this guy can just do some sort of high bomb like this. And not bonk weirdly, I don't know what I hit, but like, you know, do some shit like this. Boom, now I'm in. Easy, right? And if this guy just wants to sit here and take your demo spam, good, like beautiful. I don't know, like you could maybe kill him too. Or like you're gonna fuck him up so bad that you can just start walking and pressure even harder, right? And that's like, the harder you pressure, the easier it is for someone to get a force. They're gonna have a bad Uber, your team can still live through choke, let's say. The big picture though, granary, breaking yard. If you can't force the medic because he's playing too far back, try and get a kill. If you trade 1 for 1 on like an explosive, it's still worth it to keep pressuring and keep trying to bust the flank and get people to like be threats elsewhere. If I'm here as a soldier, let's say, and it's like 1 for 1, and my team's still pressuring garage, maybe someone's in choke, like I get this pack, I'm nice and healthy, I can bully, and if people are shooting at me, I can call my pocket into sack, and I can like just try and live. Boom, my pocket's in, he sacks for me, and I'm super healthy. Boom. All right. Now I can get in. Oh, there's more fight happening. I'm gonna not beef my jump like a dork. Okay, like I'm in. Oh my god, I killed the scout on you. Like, boom. Oh my god, isn't it awesome how like the team fight develops when you when you work your advantages? Holy shit, isn't it amazing? Yeah. So that's the idea behind breaking yard. You can mix and match some of these ideas. Like, I think in season 14 Global Clan, we had a play where we tanked Quack's choke with Sin Karma spamming him. Quacks did some sort of like fake high bomb, landed back choke, and then I pogoed in from like garage. Like you can sort of mix and match the ideas. Like here, like obviously we didn't end up going for a kill, but we turned pressure on a guy on roof into Quacks getting through, fading, living choke, into me pogoing on them, right? Like, stack your ideas and you'll be more successful. It's harder to do, but if you're an advanced team, if you're a low invite team, you should be easily striving to do these things. You can't just make a pouty face and be like, oh, this map sucks because I can't just bomb through and force the medic. All right, use your brains, use your teamwork. The game is more fun like that. We all know it. A lot of us don't like to admit it though. Once we have yard, similar sort of thing, like I mentioned, breaking the 2 hold. At this point, we might have a similar situation where we only have 2 minutes on the clock, let's say, because we play with the progressive config in North America, so we cap mid. This timer is 4 minutes at the top of our screen. So we break second, or we break yard maybe, and we only have 2 minutes to do something. That means 2 minutes to set up a sack play, 2 minutes to pressure before maybe time goes down to 30 seconds and we have to take some sort of trade here around this corner to like force something to happen, right? A classic play that you do is, you take some sort of trade with your pocket or something like that. You bully the corner. They're all grouped up here. They all take damage. They all flash. And you just jump your pocket behind with the remaining Uber, and your combo scout runs out your medic. Or like gets your medic at least to safety, and then your demo can like pressure this, and your pocket with 300 is just bullying from behind, and maybe like your roamer comes in from Z, also starts bullying them, or from upper. Up here, you can like cross spam. You have 2 soldiers upper maybe, depending on what the timing is like, and a scout, flank scout maybe pressuring over here, can just run through and commit onto someone. You know what I mean? If there's like 2 minutes on the timer, you can't just say, okay, I'm gonna be the roaming soldier, I'm gonna force my way into lunchbox somehow, and just like do this constantly. Because there's no way in hell you're gonna be able to make it through this doorway with a guy sitting right here. And like a scout spotting you like, oh, the soldier's in lunchbox, and then this guy, all he has to do is be like, okay, he's in lunchbox now? Cool. 80 damage rocket on him? Yeah, he's in lunchbox. Okay, like there's no way you're gonna get through this. You can't just force your way to do this bomb on like even numbers, even Ubers. So what do? This trade is a beautiful play, right? You take the trade, you get your 300, you jump into heaven, like, and you just shoot them in the back, and your team has to turn around and kill you with 300. Which means they're not looking at this, which means your team can pressure this, right? Like scout demo, soldier can peek Z more aggressively, and you just like completely fuck them up with crossfire. Classic play. If you're not going to do that, what you can do is you can just leave your flank scout, like spotting shutter, maybe like in a mid ground where he's close to the beam. But what you do is you take the bulk of your team into lunchbox, you get a soldier to pressure Z, you get a soldier 300, and you bully this guy out lunchbox, and you take your demo and you just charge up stickies and shoot stickies at them like this, across. Flank scout outside, combo scout just bullying under with your demo. Roamer upper, let's say, roamer or pocket, doesn't really matter, just bullying. And this guy can trade damage with this person. Maybe he drops down, which makes him an easy kill if like your scout can just run through on him and kill him. A scout for a soldier on granary, super valuable on this hold, and this flank scout is basically just like hanging out, watching your flank, and if your medic needs to get out, this flank scout just rotates, yo, I'm right here, and then you can get out a lunchbox with your guy. Versus, if your flank scout is over here, trying to peek like this, like forcing it, what's going to happen is he might just eat a rocket, and someone might be inclined to just push him, because it's like a 125 scout. Boom, your flank scout dies, now there's someone behind you, and you have like this like lunchbox play with someone behind you in yard who can just like flank you and fuck you up, right? Not ideal. So that's why it's important for this scout to be playing conservatively, playing like close to beam and close to like a roamer maybe. Like your roamer's right here, flank scout says, yo, guy fighting me, turns the corner and you can support him, right? So yeah, that's like the breaking second plays. The exchange, the spam. It's important that you don't just leave your demo here, because your demo is important for like dealing long range damage and also stickying things off. If your demo is just here with no beam, the most that he can do is just watch a sticky trap. Like there's no way that you can have a 175 HP demo just sit here on shutter while your beam is like fucked off in lunchbox. It's not feasible. It's a bad strategy. It's just not going to help you, right? So take your demo wherever your beam goes, let your flank scout just handle the spot, and your flank scout doesn't need to directly engage with whoever might come through the shutter here, which should potentially be like you should have a spot on him because you'll have your roamer spotting this, right? Like, or your pocket, like whichever. A soldier is a soldier. It doesn't really matter who's where. But you'll have a soldier in here, and they should be able to see maybe if someone crosses and goes this way. But this scout shouldn't be like forcing it. You shouldn't have a demo man forcing it. You know, that's like a trend also as a scout on this map is you need to let your soldiers do the work. You don't want to be the pocket scout in this doorway shooting like 20 damage scatterguns at a dude who's right here stuffing you. Bad plan. Why would you do that? You're just eating like a 70 damage rocket for no reason. Let your soldiers play the doors, let your demo play the doors, and if there's big damage on a guy, that's when you can run up and turn a corner on a guy and hit him for like 80 damage with 2 shots maybe. Or like 150 with 2 shots if you're like an advanced or invite scout, right? It's crazy the difference there, right? Like an invite scout can do 100 damage in 2 shots or 200 damage in 2 shots like quite easily at a close range. So a lot of these things are a lot more feasible as an invite scout to just turn a corner and shoot 2 shots at that guy and you'll kill him and then you'll live because you have better movement or whatever. But like at a lower level as a scout, keep in mind like your demos and your soldiers can make that work happen for you, and the enemy team will be uncoordinated and equally unable like a newcomer scout is to like hit 2 shots for 200 damage. Like the newcomer soldiers will be unable to hold the doors properly. You know what I mean? Like, I'm being a bit disrespectful by saying that, but it's sort of the truth. Yeah. So that's like breaking yard, that's like breaking second. Like if you're a scout, holding second, like let your pocket shoot things. Let your pocket play the corner. Let your pocket take this trade, right? Like be out of the Uber. Do not take damage as a combo scout until it's like your time. Because if you're just peeking this and you're taking damage, now your medic wants to heal you, which means that this guy isn't getting Ubered, right? Maybe you're just weak in the post. If I'm a pocket soldier here and I want to take this trade and I hit you with like 2 decent rockets, you'll trade on me. He just shoots you. Your medic has to use on you there, right? Or you just die, right? So combo scout. Don't be taking damage. It's important. Yeah, I think I covered that. I covered this lunchbox push. You can also like cross spam like a soldier here and like a demo maybe trapping it off. You can like get a soldier in lunch into a Z demo sticking off point, and then you tank your soldier here with a cross spam. And then your flank scout can run in from lunchbox maybe. That's like fine. Maybe if they're down a soldier, if it's like 5v5 or something, you can like run a scout through upper with that sort of timing, right? Like you can get creative. You can get creative. All I'm saying is like add more to your repertoire than like forcing your soldier to do this dog shit bomb that he isn't going to be able to get in position for. Do more with your timing than like forcing yourself to take a trade every single time. Because this play, while it's like cool and good, is also easily countered by just like, I don't know, being aware that it's gonna happen. Oh, they're gonna like trade, okay. So like, just like sticky it and like keep sticking it and play far back and just let them use their Uber into nothing, and then we don't need to use because we're not close. And then we can hold our Uber and just have a better Uber, right? Like that's sort of how you counter this trade, is you just like let yourself have a better Uber by like not letting them take the trade. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Anyways, whatever. Fucking whatever, man. Breaking last. Even Ubers, breaking last. Similar sort of thing, you gotta work on like bullying players out. So if you want to sack through upper, let's say, and there's a guy on this pipe, you can literally get your down man to like jump up on this thing. I don't know. You can like jump up on this thing. Anyone can jump on this thing, really. Shoot some spam at this guy. Like fuck up his buff, make him like back up. You can literally hit him for like, I don't know. I don't know, like hit a couple rockets on them. They'll do like, I don't know, 50 each with splash from this range. You can do like 150 to that guy, he fucks off, and then you can like get your flank through upper in 2-man, let's say. That's like a basic approach, right? You can just like, if there's no off classes or it's an off time, you can just like rip a sack like this, rip a sack like this. You know, like, if there's no off classes on granary last, you can just sort of sack into it potentially, depending on where they're playing. Not ideal, because there will be off classes, the medic will be holding back on pipe. Think about how much space you have to cover from both of those high bombs, or even just the one rocket bomb through the lower pipe here, to get onto this medic. He has all the time in the world to see you if they have like a Pootis, all the time in the world to gun you down. If they have a soldier, I don't know, he has to airshot you, I guess. If they have scouts, they have all the time in the world to react to you being in the air. The medic can kite to the spawn as soon as he sees you in with his scout speed. Yeah. So usually you'll like, if it's even numbers, even Ubers, you can like peek your demo, like left side, right? Shoot a guy off the height, spam the gun, and then boom. Like if you did a bunch of damage to this guy on the pipe, like, okay, like he jumped away, now my team can bust out a little bit more, do more pressure, and now we can like send our sack. Maybe we can like trade soldier for soldier. A soldier for soldier trade holding last. Great, bust the last wide open. It's a demo and a soldier who has to watch like 1, 2, like 1.5-ish doorways depending on the sort of what's happening, because you can get through here, you can get through here, but it all sort of stems through here. Like 3.5 doorways basically. 1, 2.5, 3. 3.5 doorways for 2 explosive classes, right? And the demo man probably already just dead his stickies because you were pressuring them, right? So trade for an explosive class, scout for soldier, soldier for soldier. You can keep pressuring 5v5 even Ubers. Hit damage on the medic maybe. You can spam that medic. You can force them way easier if they're out of position. If they're a good medic, they'll be in position to kite into the spawn door with scout speed, but if you're like a lower level team, pretty easy. If you're a higher level team with your picks, you can like bait point a little bit if you're ambitious as a flank scout or combo scout, and your beam just needs to sit here and tank the demo, and you have like speed enough that you can bait the cap and run back to your medic and shoot at people who are trying to bomb you. And hey, if you're playing cap and a soldier bombs you, that's a new kill. You can kill that guy potentially, right? And this will all keep snowballing. It's all very idealized. Like if you're a main team, it's gonna be difficult for this sort of stuff to sort of happen because of the coordination that it requires and the mechanical skill that it requires. But again, if you're an advanced team, if you're an invite team, there is no reason that you should throw your fucking hands in the air and be like, oh, Granary's a shit map. This map sucks. It's so hard to break last. Ugh. I hate Granary. It's so hard to break last. Like, yeah, Granary's, it is. I'll give you that. Okay, it's a hard map to break. But that's like what makes it fun, because it's challenging and you have to apply yourself and try things. I'm sorry if I'm being pretentious, but like this map, if you can get good at Granary, you will be good at every map in the game. I promise you. If you can get good at these core things that make Granary challenging, like if you can be good at Granary, you will be good at every 5CP map. I promise you. I promise you. Yeah. So yeah, breaking last, spam a gun, try and kill a soldier who's close on you, similar sort of thing. You can also peek the right side, right? Maybe a dome man, shoot this soldier. He goes, what the fuck? I'm getting shot at. Like, what? There's people down here. I'm going to shoot at them. And then you come through upper. Boom, that's your kill. Boom, that's your kill. And then, like, if with this guy's dead, you can, like, spam the gun from here, let's say. Kill a gun. Oh, also, a tip for spamming guns. If there's an NG on it, just whacking it. If you're a solo soldier, you'll never be able to kill the gun because the NG will just out-tank you. But if you're a solo soldier, and of course it's even better if you have 2 soldiers spamming it or a soldier in a demo, but if you shoot beside the gun, you can do like 4 rockets on the NG and the gun at the same time, and you could potentially just kill the NG if he's just trying to tank his gun. If he's being a bot and tanking his gun, you can just shoot the NG and the gun at the same time. It'll force the NG off the gun, and he'll go back into spawn, let's say, and then you can reload 2 rockets and kill it potentially. It's gonna be hard to do because the demo might not want to allow you to just sit here and spam it. Like Demo Man might just say, "Oh fuck you, man! I'm gonna shoot stickies at you." But the demo also has to contend with the fact that your team is like busting through one of these doorways, right? Like the demo has to sort of meet you usually. So, which means again, like you as the soldier or someone like else, like you can peek a doorway less impeded because, again, like I'm assuming that like you did this thing to kill the soldier on the pipe or whatever. You know what I mean? But it applies anywhere on any point. You know what I mean? So yeah. Yeah. If you're pushing most areas on Granary, I'm going to talk about pushing like with Ubers. I'm going to take a step back. I'm going to talk about pushing with Ubers. If you're pushing with an Uber, like with ad, you want to be able to use it to get the point or get kills. It's the same as any other Uber on any other map. You want to get the point and you want to get kills. Or get kills, because you can turn kills into point and you can turn kills into a force on the enemy team later. So usually you don't want to use through like choke, because you use through, they're playing far back because you have ad, and now what? Like you got 1 kill maybe, and now you have to, your Uber's gonna run out by the time like you get to point maybe, or start playing point. Like maybe you can turn it into the point. Like ideally, what I'm getting at here is ideally you want to be able to use your full Uber ad to like bait people into sacking into you, and then kill those people, and then hold your Uber to pressure the next point, or use like around this corner. I'd rather be using my Uber like across the point, chasing them to last, than using my Uber through choke, catching nobody because they're aware that it's disad, and then, you know what I mean? So that's the thing about using Uber into yard or into second is, if I'm using an Uber into yard, it's because I'm like chasing them and I'm like, yo, like we can catch them right here, right now, boom, like fucking use it, and then kill like 3 people, right? Also, taking an Uber into second, you can take it garage, take it left, and just straight up just wrap people. If you're ambitious, you could take it through Z, cut them off on point. Or what's pretty common is just walking it straight up through lunchbox, maybe to last. If it's a situation where capping second is really easy, you can just park your scout on it. You chasing them to last, and you just straight up like use it on last. Let's say like maybe like second's already half capped, or you just take it upper. Teams with disad are very conservative. You can probably just find a soldier hiding in like drop down, like waiting for you to walk up. So if you just clear this, like you can just turn into a free kill, and then you have big ad and a free kill. Or you can just, if no one's here, you can just straight up walk it through, kill a guy who's up here maybe more likely. Or if no one's there and they're just holding right here, you can just use all of them and wipe them right here. Those are pretty common uses of like a big ad, where you know you're capitalizing on people not spotting you. Or you can just brute force it, because it's pretty easy to brute force a thing that people don't want to be in because it's disad and they're just gonna die for no reason. You know what I mean? So those are some like Uber plays that you can do, like through Z to catch people, through Lunchbox to catch people, turn into kills. Again, you can also take this into last if you take it through Lunchbox. Again, just like make sure that if you're doing anything with your Uber, like through Lunchbox to last, this second point has to be so free to cap. And like your flank needs to be able to like crunch them from this side, so that way they can't just, I don't know, you guys use through upper, let's say, like someone forces you, and then they can just go forward and kill your flank, and then turn around and deal with you once your Uber's over, right? Just keep aware if you're the one pushing into second, like of that timing. Pushing last now, because this is where I took my step back. Pushing into last with ad, think about what this little pipe does. It sort of splits the map into 2. It's not feasible. The reason I'm using the little pipe is it's not feasible for to get your team onto this pipe. You know what I mean? But you can enter through this pipe, like straight onto them, and it sort of splits the last point into two. It's like the right side and the left side. You know what I mean? So if you want to use through the little pipe, I guess I'll finish my thought. The little pipe splits it into two, and you have two spawn doors. Depending on the version of granary you play, I'm on RC8 right now. There's the spawn tape. I can't resupply on the left side of the spawn tape. I have to cross into this side. I can't be sitting here and resupply. So what I'm getting at is like, you can divide and conquer. You can say, oh, gun on left, yo, go into gun, go into gun, go into gun. Kill the gun, kill anything on left, play the point. Or maybe no gun, maybe they're all stacked up on the pipe. Yo, fight them on the pipe, on the pipe, on the pipe. Boom. They're in right spawn, they're in right spawn. Okay, lock out the right spawn, play the point. As soon as they're in the right spawn, you just sticky it and get people on this pipe and shoot down on them and you play the point. If ever, this will apply when I'm talking about holding last, if people are in spawn, they're fucked. If people are in spawn, they're fucked because it's so easy to get Demo Man stickies on it, get a soldier on the door, get a soldier on the other door, and they cannot get out of it to block the point. As soon as there are people in spawn, you just do this. Okay, they're in spawn, kill things out. If you're a scout, even if you're the one playing the point, you need to be like looking for things. So I guess also here with this, like, get a soldier to clear the point. That way a scout can both be looking for kills and be capping at the same time. Very important, because if a scout's just clearing stickies for himself to be able to bait the cap, like, he's wasting time that he could be using to kill people, right? So yeah, divide and conquer basically is your strategy. If you're using through pipe, you want to divide and conquer. The best way to do this also, because a soldier who's sitting on this pipe will just brainlessly spam rockets like this. If you guys are grouped up right here, he's gonna hit you, he's gonna juggle you, and it's gonna be telegraphed that you're gonna be coming through the upper door, right? They know where you're coming from, and they can like pre-juggle you. Demo could like spam projectiles, juggle you. Both soldiers can juggle the doorway potentially. If I'm a soldier and I know that they're coming through upper, because like usually I have like one soldier on little pipe, one soldier on big pipe. As soon as I know they're upper, I'm gonna like back the fuck off of it. So that way I'm not like an instantly killable person close. They have to cross into me. They have to cross into my gun. They have to kill my gun, which means like there has to be some sort of sacrifice to kill me. I can just like jump around and try and meet my team. And I'll talk about that shortly when I'm talking about holding last. So yeah, divide and conquer. So anyways, sorry, the best way to do it actually is to get up this way. You don't need winger, you don't need scout speed, you just get up like that. You don't even need, you can do it with soldier speed. So you like your demos and your soldiers, if you want to maintain crit heals, if you're a soldier, you can just do it like this. Get buffed up right here, and you can just turn the corner. And this guy doesn't have time to react to you. If he's back like this, he can know, okay, they're gonna come through upper, and he can like back up as well, and just prevent himself from eating so much damage early. So yeah, divide and conquer. Uber through little pipe, divide and conquer. Otherwise, if you have kills on a demo, obviously you want to walk it. If you have kills on a soldier or both soldiers, you want to walk it. Kill on a demo, you want to walk it. Kill on one soldier, you want to walk it and look to kill the other one potentially, look to kill other things. Sort of like snake water. In a perfect world, if you're walking in on snake water top left, let's say, you want to use at like the tower and then cross across the point, right? Similar sort of thing. You don't want to necessarily, it's a meta play. Listen, it's a meta play to use on your demo on the left door, crouch sticky into them, shoot the gun, lock them out, worry about the right side. That's like a meta play that you can do. Perfectly fine. But if you want to walk this Uber off a demo kill or off of 2 soldier kills, or even if you're greedy, you want to walk it off of 1 soldier kill, you're again sort of like pressuring last with evens. You want to look for this guy up top. We're just resetting the ground so it doesn't reset on me randomly. Shoot stickies at this guy up top, force him out, force him into spawn. potentially. You know what I mean? Get a soldier in the spawn door, and then you can lock him out later, and then you can't jump the point. You know what I mean? Walk it, walk it, walk it, look for kills, and then use. Use across the point. That's like your ideal. Similar sort of thing on the right side, except there's this big sniper sight line that, granted, this guy needs to cross into the tape, which is why I think the tape is a good thing. He can't just sit here and instantly change class. Hello? My resupply bind doesn't want to work anymore. Oh, it's because it's here. He can't resupply bind right here. This perfectly illustrates my point. Sniper has to hit his shot or miss his shot, go back, come back again, and be he's gonna spawn here or something on scout, and have to cross this distance. And by that time, he's locked out. So sitting a sniper here or here is sort of bad because they're potentially locked out if they miss. It's it increases the risk versus reward. It makes it slower for them to get off. You know what I mean? Anyways, so you could have a sniper right here also, potentially headshot your medic if you walk it. That's the danger of walking it. It's also the danger of walking it on literally any last ever, is you could get met by a sniper. But yeah, if you want to walk it, you can walk it left, kill people close, or force people into spawn who are close to you. The same thing right. Right allows you to spam the gun really easily before you Uber, so that way you don't have to use your Uber on the gun. You can use your Uber to strictly kill things. And again, just walk, 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 use, and then you take it across into them. Yeah, I guess you can always pop through right as well. If their team is just holding on the ground here, you can pop into them through right, sticky the spawn door over top of them. You know what I mean? And then they're just all caught right here. Pretty cool. If you're ever using into them, it should be based on knowledge that you have. You know what I mean? I want to use around this corner because I know they're going to be there, and I know I can kill 3 things with my Uber at least. You know what I mean? That's when popping around a corner is always really powerful. Otherwise, you're going to have to pop through, kill the gun, and look and react, right? And that's sort of what fucks up just straight up pop through Ubers, is when you have to react to something that you weren't expecting, because that's when your team gets sort of uncoordinated, is when something happens that you weren't expecting. Obviously, I'm sure that's not a surprising statement, but you'd be surprised how many teams take an Uber, always pop around a corner, and then they're met by something that is really passive. If their team is holding back here, it's great if they just use through this doorway. You know what I mean? Look at how much distance they have to cross, and they can all fan out. Your demo can't shoot all of them at once with one sticky and do 70 damage to 3 people, right? Yeah. I just yapped about pushing last for 15 minutes. What didn't I talk about? I'll talk about holding last. Holding last, as previously discussed, if you go through spawn, you're kind of fucked. You can't put your whole team through spawn. You can put individual players through spawn, but you have to have a sentry gun, and you have to have a heavy that will buy the time and eat the damage and allow your sniper to switch off, or allow a soldier who is holding close to the doorway to hit the resupply and come out with crit heals, right? If you ever have 3 people, 2 or more, 2 honestly, against good teams. If I'm playing against fucking Fryotech and I have 2 people in my spawn door on a last hold, we lost. We fucking lost. I don't care. If I'm playing against, I don't know, an advanced team or something, and I have 2 people in my spawn door, they're probably not coordinated enough to capitalize on it that quickly. But again, have a heavy, have a sentry gun that they have to kill, make them, slow them down. These things will slow them down and allow your soldier to get resupply, come out with crit heals, 300 HP, block the point, right? You can't rotate your beam through spawn. It's also a huge spawn, right? So you can't just have your medic here and then try and scout speed your way over here. It's gonna take too long because their soldier's gonna get through, gonna sit on you right here. Dowman is gonna get on the point, shoot his sticks at your spawn door. You're fucked. They're capping. You lose. Right? So what you sort of need to do is, again, off classes to buy the time, and then spread out. Spread out. If they're walking through the right, if they use through right, just kite this way. Kite over here. You have so much room where you can shoot the point from. If you're a scout, you can ammo mod, strafe, shoot people here. You have like these boxes that you can play on to shoot people. If you're a soldier on the pipe, you're gonna want to drop down and play the point. Yeah, if they ever use through anywhere, I feel like if you're a soldier, you need to be really ready to play the point. You can't, if you're on high ground and you like bomb it, you're like, there's a lot of up and down time before you can actually physically block the point. So what I like to do is I like to just drop off, oopsies, I like to just drop off and do like a one rocket onto it, let's say, and just like get myself onto it from somewhere. I mean, if I'm holding close and nobody's coming through here, I just do this. Same thing here, just like, oh, there's 3 people playing point, boom, get on it like that. So yeah, just be mindful of that. If they come through left, make them have to kill your gun, make them spam them. Maybe you have a sniper who can counter them. If you know that they always like to walk at left, you can have a sniper to sit in here. Again, you have to use this change, like do the change off thing, which like takes more time because of the spawn tape. But again, the fact that you have a sentry gun, you have a heavy on the pipe. Okay, they're coming to the left. I'll rotate my heavy like into my gun. Basically, I have to kill my heavy and a gun. You know what I mean? Like, make them kill the time. You know what I mean? Buy the time for like your soldier to put pressure on these people, get into spawn, and then come out resupped. Right? Like that's your key on a granary. Whole team in spawn, you're fucked. 2 people in spawn, you're pushing it. Yeah. Alright. Pushing into second from last and counter-sacking into second from last.
Done, soldier.
Similar story for like anywhere else on the map, like second and yard when attacking. If you're counter-sacking, you can like pressure people. Like a lot of the time their medic's just going to be on the low ground and you can just like sort of spam them. Like you have this doorway you can peek your demo from, just spam sickies at them. You can pressure like a behind play potentially. If there's no one watching it, you can like turn it into a high play rather, or a behind play. Or you can just straight up just like spam them from 3 fucking angles. You know what I mean? Like if your demo is just like charging up stickies on them on point, and you're doing this and spamming the medic, like maybe he takes like 80 damage and you can just force yourself to bomb him. You know what I mean? As opposed to just like committing through and like not being able to 2-rocket him because he just gets around the corner. Play the spam game. Maybe someone's close, maybe that demo's too close. Well, I get on that demo instead, right? And my team is right here shooting at him. Type shit. You know what I mean? This is a last that is difficult to countersack into, or sorry, this is a second that is hard to countersack into. And you can ease the pain by spam pressuring and stuff like that. Again, if you're like an intermediate player and their team loves just holding left, you can probably just be the roamer on this pipe, push the upper, they send their taterific soldier bomb, and you just do this, and you meet them on their exit. If you're an intermediate player, probably totally work. Main player, probably work. Advanced player, might work. Invite player, good luck. You're gonna have to get more creative, and that's sort of how you need to think about things. You need to use your number advantage, use that soldier kill you have, pressure doorways, look for a kill. If you get it like a second kill, like soldier and a scout, it's even more wide open. You know what I mean? You can get a force even easier by purely by just focus firing people, and like make them afraid of dropping their demo, make them afraid of dropping a soldier when they've already lost 2, for example. If they've already lost 2, again, like you can 2-man, I guess, into granary last, like any last, because if you lose like a soldier and a scout, again, like 2 explosives is still plenty if you back up quickly enough. If you're planning on 2-manning, you should be planning to like play back and sticky things. If a demo has time to trap sticky like 2 of these 3 doorways, your second hold is already pretty good. Right, you just need like a soldier playing up here. If someone pushes behind you, you can drop down on them. Demo man can like sticky 1 and 2, like upper and right, or like upper and left, depending. You know what I mean? If you have a sniper and they counter sack or they sack into last, you can just peek your sniper super aggressively. This is a fucking deadly angle. you could just have like a soldier open it and the sniper can play like a safe distance, let's say. So that way, I don't know, you can't just like, someone can't turn your corner and just 2-rocket your sniper randomly. They have to like deal with this soldier, let's say. Yeah, sacking into 2, I wouldn't, if I'm a good player, I wouldn't want to just like brainlessly fucking sack into them every time, but if you're a lower level player, it'll probably work. But again, if it's not working, be patient, buff your people up, spam them, try and look for another kill, and worst case scenario, that extra kill will buy you, actually sort of best case scenario, that extra kill will buy you more time to keep spamming them and force them. Worst case scenario, that extra kill, if you get it, will just allow you to counter sack like down 2, basically, like 2 for 1 type of counter sack. I don't know. You got the picture. If you can't, TL didn't watch, too long didn't watch Grape Juice. You're fucking rambling too much, my man. Fucking chill out. I know you love Granary, but like relax, my man. Too long didn't listen. Shut up, dumbass. If you can't just counter sack, if your counter sacks aren't working, slow down, get buffed, pressure people, look for another kill. Worst case scenario, a 4-minute timer will run out and you'll just get a mid fight. Yeah. Breaking out of second. This is another area, like getting from second into yard is another thing where teams fuck up relentlessly, and it's because they get a soldier kill, or they get a couple picks on like they kill both scouts, or they kill like a soldier and a scout, and they instantly just rip it out of the shutter, and it's like the shutter where the demo man is and the pocket soldier is. Right? Like demo has 8 stickies on this doorway. Soldier's here like around this corner juggling you. You can like quickly jump away. Right? Like if you don't have Uber, you can't just pop through the shutter and catch people who are close. It's not going to work like that. And this is what I mean. This is another thing about Granary that's like, if you can pick this up about Granary, if you get good at Granary, you'll be good at every Sixes map. Get off the doorway that the demo and the soldier are on. Get out through Z. Look at how much breathing room this gives you. If the demos put 8 stickies on shutter, you get to just walk it this way. If you have ad or big numbers, you can just walk it garage and bully them out this way. And if they force you, if they try to backcap you, you still have numbers and you can crush them here. Right? Like you can fight them on second with your numbers if they try and backcap you. If they like force themselves to backcap you. Otherwise, they leave choke, you take garage for free. There's no stickies on it because their demo left choke. You know what I mean? Get off the doorway that the demo and the soldier are on if you have these picks and you're trying to push. That's also where teams fuck up. Again, they will just say, oh, we have numbers. Duh, let's take yard. And there's just stickies and a soldier and your combo scout insta-gives or whatever. Get out through Z. If there's a bigger fight that's going to develop, you can take it through Z. There might be stickies here if the demo's clever, might be stickies here if the demo's clever. Pretty easy to avoid. You just go, no stickies on the box, no stickies on the fucking beam. Like, go, fight them. It's fucking soldier bombs. Does whatever the fuck he wants to do, whatever is appropriate for the situation. Maybe just straight up bombs the demo who's close. Whatever. Fuck this doorway. If the demo is dead, you can rip it. I don't care. Go through this doorway if the demo's dead. If the demo's not dead, or you don't have 2 explosives, or you don't know where the demo is, like, get out this way and fight from this way. Or straight up rip it garage and take it to mid for free because you have like 10 kills or whatever. Yeah. Alright. We are closing in on an hour, so I'll talk about pushing into mid. Pushing into mid, sort of similar. Choke, I feel like pushing choke into mid is the only viable-ish like soldier solo sack play, because you can just do a bomb like this from catwalk, or you can sit up on the lamp and just drop down on people. I think on some older version of this map you used to be able to sit up here somewhere. It's been patched out. Maybe it's only on one side. I don't know. I did it in an ESEA match, which was like technically illegal a long time ago. But yeah, sit on the pipe or on the lamp and just do this. Like, but it's super avoidable because you just look up. Oh, soldier bombing, and as soon as you see soldier bombing or hear soldier bombing, if you're a medic, you just sit right here. You will not get forced. I promise you. This soldier will not force you. If you just have your combos go, look up, check corner, look up, soldier bombing, and you're already here because you're a smart medic who will bait. Because you're a good boy or a good girl, and you will know that this is happening because you're smart, because you're aware. Boom, soldier bombing. All right. Cool, we have a free soldier kill now, and then you push mid, like, even more for free. So choke, all this to say, choke is a pretty free door to just walk it. You can straight up just walk it through choke, most of the time. With, like, big uber ad, because if there's no soldier here, then you can walk it. If there's no soldier, like, spamming you, like, no soldier, like, spamming you, stickies on the door, you can just, like, get a soldier through. No sticks on the door. Okay, walk through. Okay, or 6 on the door. I knocked them. I knocked them to the left. Okay, boom. Like, scout just shoots it a little bit. Okay, walk through. Big uber ad. Like, okay, we got mid. Thumbs up. Right? Through garage, you can also sort of walk it. It takes a little bit of pressuring. Your demo, what your demo can do, pretty much anywhere. A cool skill that demos can have is you just like, use sticky, and it arcs. And it like lands here basically like in the air, and you det and it'll clear the stickies. Demo can air det and you can just straight up walk through it, or you just walk up to garage, maybe jiggle peek it, you can see the stickies, and you're gonna say, oh, let's go right door, boom, and you walk it this way. You shoot a soldier who's up here, you get a soldier through the catwalk, boom, try and kill that guy. Oh my god, I got a soldier kill on granary. Isn't that valuable? It is. Good job. You know. A soldier kill on granary, very valuable. I'm losing my mind. I'm sure from an hour ago to now, I sound way different. My cadence is like totally different. I'm sorry. Yeah. Or again, like I was talking about earlier, like if they're close, pop, kill 3 of them, get mid, snowball it to second. I don't know. Similar sort of thing to popping into yard, where I said like it needs to be because like you're chasing them and you can kill 3 of them if you just pop, right? Or 2 of them, like, you know, two for an uber is a good trade. 2 kills for an uber is a good uber. But if you like use an uber and you only got 1 person, you might want to consider what led you into taking that uber to begin with. Yeah, I've seen teams walk it upper. It's really weird to walk it upper. I wouldn't want to, because it's possible the demo man just like stickies this to like get a kill on a soldier who wants to bomb out of it, which like is a fine trap to do, because if you could just kill a guy with a trap, like why wouldn't you? Like, I died at blind debts and shit like that all the time, or like random one man, like the demo just wanted to kill me with that trap, and it's like, okay, that's like fine, I guess. It was valuable. You killed me. Fucking pat yourself on the back. So like I wouldn't want to risk my entire walk it into mid strategy on like having to clear these stickies here, because it's just gonna slow you down and get you less out of your uber when you eventually do want to use it. I would rather just want to walk it, choke, get a free soldier kill on like a bot who wants to do the lamp play, or muscle my way through garage, shoot a soldier who's close, get a kill on him, my flank clears choke, and like we're on our way into mid, we can go cap mid type shit, and walk it and like save my uber for later. Again, like walking an uber is super easy on granary if you have like 2 soldier kills or a demo kill. I wouldn't want to walk it off of, I wouldn't want to walk it necessarily off of like, or I wouldn't be content just straight, I don't know how to phrase this. There's like walk it, quote unquote, which means like, oh, we're not going to use the uber at all. I wouldn't feel comfortable committing through the doorway, guns a-blazing, without a soldier kill. Like maybe you'd want to use it and like try and kill multiple people, try and cut off people's exit, get 2 kills, get mid, pressure into second, and force them or something like that, and play the leapfrog game. Because ultimately, whenever you use an uber and you can't kill the medic because they're far away, like you're gonna leapfrog. I don't know. It's weird. Granary is a map where, in my experience at least, popping through doorways will very rarely lead you into a medic kill. Like, it'll only ever happen if, like, you're straight up punishing people. As opposed to... I mean, I guess at an invite level, every pop through is like that, where you're strictly looking for kills and point, but on Granary especially, it feels difficult popping into mid, specifically. So, anyways, all that to say, like, if you're walking the Uber, 6v6, Uber advantage, you want to put more patience into it. You want to be able to, like, muscle these people out before you walk through the doorway, that's all I'm saying. Versus, if there's no demo, you can run through, because you're not going to die to traps, and just, like, shoot at soldiers. Just eyes on the sky. I hope that made sense. I hope none of that was contradictory. Yeah. If you're holding mid with disad, I don't know what else I have to talk about. I'm just going to talk about disad holds really quickly in case I missed anything. I know for a fact I didn't talk about holding disad on, like, second and yard and mid. Or last. Okay, we'll just talk about holds really quickly. Holding last, even Ubers. Soldier little pipe, soldier big pipe. Demo man can stick you whatever fucking doorway they want. You can have a sniper who's, like, playing to just kill someone who peeks window, or peeks the left side, or peeks the right side. Like, sniper on evens on last, quite powerful. You can just have someone open this door for you, get a kill, blah blah blah. Gun, because it is aimbot basically. And just get your medic forward, tanking your soldiers. Thumbs up. Holding with disad, like gun, Pudis, medic, wherever they come through, you just kite to the other side. If they come through right, you want to kite left. If they come through left, you want to kite right. If they come through the pipe, you want to kite into your gun or away from your gun. That is the question. My brain says away from the gun. You want to kite away from the gun because you want to, like, split their attention. Because if they use the Uber, they have to kill your gun, and then they want to kill you. So if you can make them go this way to kill your gun, then have to turn this way to kill you, that's better than them killing your gun and already be facing the same direction to kill all of you. You know what I mean? I feel like that's better. But again, don't go into spawn if you're holding last. Okay, holding second on evens. Get your demo man, you can trap point, you can trap the lunchbox, you can just get a soldier right here. Scout spotting, like this. You can see the shutter, you can see this shutter. If they're coming into lunchbox, that's when your guy goes, okay, buff me. And your medic goes, okay, I'm buffing you. And then you just sit right here. And you can quickly maybe peek it, but you just want to be able to stuff people upper. Right? So that's your job, is just sit here. And you don't want to be peeking this and trading damage with people, like, unbuffed, because then you're gonna be like 133, and then your medic has to, like, arrow you and then beam you slowly. You know what I mean? Versus if you're just sitting here, you have your crit heals, you're just 300, and then you can bully people way easier if they're solo. Again, like, this scout can call a lot for you. He can tell you if their beam is at shutter, and he can tell you if the beam is coming lunchbox, and then you just need to sit here, and your demo just rotates and stickies if their beam is over here, right? Pocket around the corner, fucking, like, getting tanked, classic granary stuff. You don't want to sit here and trade damage forever. You want to, like, preserve your rockets. Ammo holding second is huge. If you want ammo, it's this thing, or it's turn around to get this on last. Right? And that's, like, really bad. You want to be able to preserve your rockets for when things actually happen, if you're either of these soldiers. Because if you're this soldier, your ammo is this also. So defending second point, if you're a soldier, preserve your ammo. Preserve that shit. You need it. You don't want to just be spamming rockets all fucking willy-nilly. Because these two ammo packs, like, put you into juggleable and killable situations. Holding yard, even. Holding second with disad is, like, just get soldiers on height, stickies on doorways, and just spam them as they're trying to play the point. Stickies on, like, this way to, like, prevent them from just, like, walking their Uber straight up onto you, right? Yard disad hold, don't. Just fucking soft hold it. Just be like, oh, they're coming garage. And then if they're coming garage, that means that they might shove you this way, which means that you can make a good play to sticky this stuff early. Oh, they're coming choke. Okay, back it up. Okay, then like sticky this off really hard, right? And that's gonna force them to peek this. They're gonna peek it. Oh shit, sticky's here. They might insta-gib. Or it'll force them to come this way, right? Which like buys you time. Here's why it's important that you do this stuff. If they come choke and you sticky this, it'll buy them time because they have to clear the stickies or like insta-gib or whatever, and they'll have to go this way, which means it buys you time to get your Uber. If you're at 50% and they spend all this time getting over here, you might get like 80%, right? And then you just have to spam them, and then you can like trade on second and fight second with an Uber, as opposed to just having to give it up because you didn't slow them down. You didn't react to where they were going properly. Does that make sense? I hope it makes sense. Holding mid. Holding mid on evens, you're supposed to be sacking, so like you're not gonna be holding mid on evens. If you're holding mid with disad, you want like a soldier on top of this maybe. You want like a soldier long spotting choke maybe, because the soldier can juggle people bats. This guy can juggle people if they're trying to use through garage. You can also just like spam them garage, right, and be safe to live this way. This guy will be like directly on top of them, like fucking them up and like forcing them to use through. Demo man can sticky like whatever the fuck he wants if you have time for it. Sometimes just sticking this lower door or like putting a trap like right here will fuck teams up, because they'll turn and they'll just like try and go through the lower door as opposed to trying to do the big door, because they assume that this one's the one that's stickied. So you can like maybe get stickies here, you get stickies like here, and people will just hug this wall and you can kill them here or when they come through here. Soldier can also just be here early, spotting them. Like, oh, they're coming garage, and then just back up, and you can be playing close here, stuffing someone who wants to come through catwalk with someone here. So you got like two dudes, basically. You can shoot down at them, and then like your demo maybe has stickies on choke instead. Yeah, that's like your mid disad hold. That's granary. I'm going to talk very briefly about version differences. CP. So CP Granary Pro 2 has been played in RGL in 2022, 2021-ish. It has the Rocket Room. And the Rocket Room amplifies what happens to the spawn room. So imagine having to get to this respawn tape on Pro 8, but imagine having to come not to here, or maybe it is to here. It is to here. It's not coming to here to resupply, it's coming to here to resupply, not here. Oh, it is here. Oh my god. I'm such a noob. Whatever. It's still a bigger distance than here to resupply, right? So, and also, not only that, but even though you can resupply right here, it puts you here at this spawn room, which amplifies the getting stuck in spawn effect. You know what I mean? So like, I don't know. I like the spawn tape. I don't like this. I think this is fucking brutal if you're the defending team. But about Granary Pro 2 is it swaps the spawns. This is my forward spawn. On RC8 and RC17, this is my forward spawn. If I'm on red team, I spawn at this. I spawn at their garage, which means I can perk a sniper right here and watch this entire cross. This is crazy powerful, and this is something that you should know about this version. A, so you don't roll out the wrong direction, but also because yeah, if you spawn at this doorway as the red team holding 2, and you come out sniper and you do this, you are watching your team's choke. You will not be shooting enemy gamers. The enemy gamers are coming from that way. So this is a good change in my opinion. This is a good change, and the Rocket Room is a bad change, in my honest opinion. sorry, I'm gonna make a quick aside. I'm gonna have timestamps in the description. Holding second with evens, you can have like a soldier here and like a soldier here and like demo stickies all over garage, or you could have like a soldier over here. But this guy needs to be able to like give it up. Like if they're coming garage, this guy needs to react and get to safety because he doesn't want it to be a kill. As discussed earlier, dying as a defending soldier on granary is like catastrophic because it blows the map wide open for the enemy team. Yeah. Anyways, more version differences. RC18 or RC17, like A3 is the most current version as I'm recording this. It has the same sniper spawn, like on mid, as RC8, I believe. But it doesn't have the spawn tape. So I can resupply right here on sniper. Which, one could argue, isn't a big deal. I would argue that this tape is better. And also, if I'm on blue team, my forward spawn is the red forward spawn on mid, which means I can park a sniper in here and watch the entire choke point, which is admittedly bad. Additionally though, on this version, RC17A, you can't stand a soldier right here, like on this part of the crate. You have to commit, if you want to have that angle, you have to commit to sort of being like this. If you're a stock user, you kind of have to cry, but not really, because you can still hit rockets like this. But you can't hide around the corner and be beamed as easily. You need to like turn the corner, which is like a slight difference. This makes the choke bigger on this version, which is like kind of whatever in my opinion. I didn't feel like, because there's still, you could still just put stickies here. You know what I mean? So I didn't think the choke that was like this tall was that big of a deal to jump through and clear stickies, but I guess it's an additional change. I don't know. And also this makes catwalk bigger, which in my opinion, this feels negligible because you can still put stickies in this corner and it'll kill you, I feel like, if you put enough of them in that corner. Or just put stickies above and like, yeah, I don't know. But the silos, again, I can't come out of this baby door and rocket jump because there's nothing here. But I can jump out of a choke just fine. Yeah, that's like the version differences. There's some minor cosmetic ones, like it's concrete in yard all the way. Yeah, I don't know. I hope you enjoy Granary as much as I do. Thank you for watching. Hi, I'm actually back with a quick addendum, a little bit at the end here about hiding spots. Players, I've done a map review for Granary before making this one for an intermediate team, I believe, and they asked me about hiding spots. I think big thing about hiding spots on this map is they're quite easily clearable. So like, I don't know, beneath the catwalk here, if you're just walking, you can just shoot a rocket like this and it'll clear anyone underneath it. If you're coming through the left shutter here, pushing into yard, 2 quick rockets or just a scout running through looking back clears it. If you're going the opposite direction, just before you push the shutter, just quickly look behind you, guy in this corner. Use your vision. I don't know. You can hide on this sign kinda. If someone like just bots packs you just looking at choke, they won't see you. But like if you just do this, you'll see them. You know what I mean? Hider here potentially. Hider in drop down potentially. These things aren't very powerful. Like if you're clearing a guy in drop down, you can just do this and that'll clear them. And if they're holding like back here to not eat this spam, then you're going through yard and this guy's coming down drop down really slow, right? And as a combo scout, I've been talking about how you shouldn't be leading the charge on this map. You need to let your explosives do the work for you. There's nothing that you can do in Lunchbox here, really. If you're doing like a pressure here, you can just look behind you, right? Like let your soldiers and your demo man look forward and shoot the people who are actually like here, and you just need to like run forward and just like look behind you, like, is the guy coming drop down? No, he's not. You know what I mean? Same thing with this drop down hang spot that I alluded to earlier. Pretty easy to clear a rocket, and the further away he is, further away this player is, the less these rockets are gonna be able to actually force your medic. You know what I mean? Less impact. Still possible, I suppose, depending on how separated your team is coming through here, but like a lot of these spots, like this, all these spots, like it just puts you in a corner. Very easy to clear. Yeah, one spot that does get people though is like just hiding up here while teams are pushing this way. You know what I mean? Get on them like that. Just gotta look forward. Maybe a guy coming through upper, clears attic. Can just quickly do this. Shoot a rocket. Oops, shoot a rocket. You know. Yeah, a lot of hiding spots. Ooh, okay. One that actually will fuck people over. You don't, if you're a scout, you don't need to crouch, or actually if you're a soldier, because you're shorter, you're slouched over a little bit. You don't need to be crouching to be hidden here. It's quite a big thing, and quite a big back cap threat. Pushing it last. Careful this corner, I guess, on last. Maybe someone can hide up on this pipe and go unspotted, but like general rule of thumb, like when you're leaving last, just do a quick like 360 and then you just go forward. Usually like a combo scout can do this. Same with like any map, honestly. Just have someone when you're pushing out, just like do a quick check and then okay, cool, go forward. Yeah, I don't know. That's a little addendum on hiding spots. Yeah, just like any little corner. All these corners that are hideable, you just like shoot a rocket at them before you come through. Shoot a rocket at it before you come through. Pushing slowly or your team's come and choke. You're jumping through here anyways. You know, like lots of very easily clearable hiding spots. Yeah.